Alright, I am back. I'm rested, minor sunburn, but ready to get back into the swing of things. Let's see what I missed while I was out. Well, guess I can't go anywhere without somebody doing something really stupid. Let's begin. Last week, Warner Brothers announced that they have not one, but two new movies about the Joker currently in development. The first is what is being described as a twisted love story between the Joker and Harley Quinn. Jared Leto and Margot Robbie are scheduled to reprise their roles, and it's being written by the team behind Crazy Stupid Love. Seems apt. The second movie, and honestly the more interesting movie, is being written by Todd Phillips of The Hangover and Scott Silver of 8 Mile, and is being produced by Martin Scorsese. This movie is allegedly a hard-boiled, gritty crime drama retelling the Joker's origin and will take place outside the current DC cinematic universe of movies. And I don't mean like in the way Matt Reeves misspoke and said that his Batman movie is going to take place outside the universe when really all he meant was that it was standalone. I mean, this is 100% not related to anything involving Jared Leto's Joker in the main DC movie universe. In fact, Jared Leto is not going to play the Joker in this movie. They're going to get a completely different actor. So yeah, there's a lot to unpack here with both movies, but let's start with the Joker and Harley one first. This movie is a bad idea. For one thing, people didn't really take to Jared Leto's interpretation of the Joker, so giving him an entire movie to play around with where he's the male lead just seems like a tone-deaf move on Warner Brothers' part. It makes them seem like they're not in touch with the public consciousness. And the Joker doesn't work as a protagonist, he only works as an antagonist. Unless he's the out-and-out villain of this movie, I just don't see this story resonating with anybody. Especially if this is gonna be about the Harley Joker romance. Suicide Squad portrayed them as a wacky couple of crazy criminals who happen to be in love, when in reality, it's much darker than that. Batman the Animated Series portrayed their relationship as a very one-sided one. It was very clear that Harley Quinn loved the Joker, but at best, Joker tolerated her, and at worst, physically abused her. The comics and other media have added a level of psychological abuse to their relationship as well. So much so that in the recent Harley Quinn ongoing, they finally let her break free of the Joker's clutches and become her own woman, but there's still hints of a past trauma there. So unless this movie portrays that aspect of the relationship, it's going to undo all of the character development that Harley Quinn has experienced over these past few years. Now this second movie, the Martin Scorsese one, the one I said is much more interesting, which it is an even worse idea. I know I'm preaching to the choir here, but the Joker's origin should never be told. I did a video last year on this subject, but the bottom line is that telling the Joker's origin removes all the mystery and terror from the character. It makes him more relatable and empathetic, and we should never feel that way about the Joker. But also too, if this really is supposed to be separate from the main DC universe, then all this is going to do is confuse and alienate fans even more. I don't think they do this anymore, but Warner Brothers used to embargo certain characters from appearing in other shows and movies if they were scheduled to make their appearance elsewhere. A lot of Batman villains couldn't be on Justice League because the Batman cartoon was coming out, and Deadshot couldn't be in Arrow for a while because of Suicide Squad. But now we're getting two Jokers. I guess this really isn't a problem so much anymore now that we have 2 live-action Flashes and even 2 movie Quicksilvers, so I guess the casual audience is used to it by now. But why? Why would Warner Brothers want to make 2 Joker movies, one a glorified Elseworlds tale, when they can't even get their main cinematic universe right? 2 movies about 2 different versions of the same character being put out by the same studio just seems like too much, especially when Warner Brothers has made 4 movies in their cinematic universe and only one of them was any good. And their 5th one that they're trying to put out doesn't look all that hot. This whole throwing everything at the dartboard and seeing what sticks just isn't gonna work in the long run. These are big, expensive movies, and if they keep putting out crap, people are going to expect crap and not want to go to the rest of them. Marvel really seems to be the only studio doing cinematic universes right. Obviously, they invented the modern day concept of it. But say what you will about Universal's Dark Universe, but at least they're taking things slowly, just doing one at a time instead of everything all at once. I'm not kidding when I say just focus on Aquaman and make sure that's good. I know you have sequels to Wonder Woman and Justice League and possibly Man of Steel in the works, and you have Shazam and Flashpoint and the Batman coming out, but too much is not a good thing right now. Forget about the Joker for now. I know he sells toys, but you don't need that right now. You need good movies. Make a good movie and people will buy the toys for it. Trust me on this, I've seen it happen before. What do you guys think about Warner Brothers making 2 Joker movies? Do you think it's a good idea? If you do, I am very interested to hear why. Let me know down below or anywhere on the internet. Of course, we have new videos every Tuesday and Wednesday. Wednesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern is Wulff Den Live, so make sure you subscribe to see all of that. Click that little bell notification so you can get notifications on your phone. I hear that's quite the thing to do these days. And as always, like this video, share it with a friend. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you next time.